my dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is JDBC connectivity using Servlet. So it is a web application. In the last video I have done the connectivity through that Derby client as well as the MySQL, but both the applications were using that Windows application. So please be with this video till the end. Like the video and share with the others so that the maximum students will get benefit. So let's start with this program. I will open this NetBeans. Go to the new application, file, new project. Then from the categories we'll select that Java Web, then web application. Then we have to click on the next button. Okay, the project name I will give here Servlet. I will write a JDBC Servlet connection. JDBC Servlet connection. Now click on the next button. Then from the next window, nothing to be selected. Then again click on the next. And then from this we are not using any framework, so we'll just click on the finish button. Click on the finish button. Okay. Here I am using simple just the database connection, like we create the database and we'll use the database. Okay, so we are not using the GUI for this particular program. We'll see in the next video. We'll go to services. First we will connect the MySQL. Okay, so we'll create the MySQL connection, and you have to right click and then say connect. So we'll connect the MySQL connection. After you know that if it is connected, then you can see that 3306 and that root is that username and password which is connected. Now I have to create the database, so right click and then create database. So I will write the name of the database is CBS. So I will write here CBS as a database. Now click on OK button. Now once you create the database, you can see here the database is added under this MySQL database. You can explore this, right click and say connect. It is connected here. Now you have to explore this. So already it is connected, then you have to just click on the plus sign, explore it. You can see the database here under this driver. Okay, then under this driver we have to create the table. So the name of the table, you know that there is no any table, so what we'll do, we'll right click on the table. I will right click and then the small window we have to, for example I'm creating the table employee, so I will write here emp table, then I can say employee. So employee table, this having that emp id, so I can write here emp id. Yeah, so emp id, then the integer. Okay, I can make it primary key. Then if I want to add another column, then emp name, so I will write here emp name, then character, I will put the size of this character, then add the then emp id, emp name, then I can add one more column, then department. So I will write here department here, then type I can write here character, the size I can put here 10. Okay, if you want to add more column, then you can again click on this add button, otherwise you can click on OK button. So here you can see here that the first column name is emp id. It is a type of primary key. Again, that emp name and the department. These are the three columns. If you want to add more column, then you can click on add column. Otherwise, just click on OK button if you want to create only these columns. So I will click on this. Now after this, you can see here that employee table is created. These are the columns for the employee table. Okay, then you have to right click and then you have to insert the value. So this view data, if you see that there is no any table, I can just you can see here that the column 1, column 2 and column 3, but the values are not added here. So I will insert into the employee table, so employee values. Okay, the first that emp id, that is 101. I can write here Sandeep as an employee name, and the department I will write here IT. So this is the first column. You can see here that run SQL, that is a symbol where we have to run the program. So just click on the symbol. Okay, you can execute it, you can check it that the value is added here. At the downside, you can say. Now you can add more rows. So 102, then Nilesh, then CS. Okay, so run it. One more, I can add here 3, then I will put here Krishnakanth, then HR, I will write here. Okay, then if I want to add one more, for example 104, then I will write here Arun account. So this is now you can execute the entire rows. You can see that the number of rows which are added, there are 4 rows which is added. Okay, so these are the rows, the values which are added here. Now we are making that Windows app, this web application. So we have to go to the project, because we have created the table. So now after creating the table, we have to now write down the codes. So I will go to the project, right? I have written here that JDBC Servlet connection. Okay, explore it. I have to add that source package. I have to add the Servlet here. So right click and then I will select that Servlet here. Again under the projects, then go to source package, then new, then you have to go to that Servlet page, click on the Servlet page and write your Servlet connection. Yeah, so I would write here JDBC Servlet. Okay, I can put the package is JDBC. Okay, then click on the next button. From here you have to add the XML file. So select this checkbox, then click on finish button. So this is your Servlet page. From there you have to write in the program. The code which is not required, just remove it. I am removing all the codes which is not required. I will be removing, yeah. Okay, yeah, so I will remove all those codes. Okay, now you can see here this to do output or page. Here you may use following sample code, right? So this is here you have to write down your codes. Okay, so what I will do, I will remove all those codes for the clarity. Okay, so here I will be writing the codes for the connection. And one more thing, you know that basically whenever we write a program, so we should enclose the entire program within that try catch block. So what I will make a try block, and then try cannot be written without catch, so I will write here exception, then e, then again this is the catch block. Okay, so out dot println, yeah, this exception e. Okay, so I will be writing the code under this try block code. So the step number 1, I'll be writing here that driver registration process. Okay, here I am using MySQL, right? So MySQL connection, this is the MySQL connection. So you know, for the driver registration, the method is class dot var name control space bar enter press button. Then we have to write down the code for the driver registration. So what we'll do, if you don't remember, you go to services, so go to services, click on services, then I have created the table, this is CBS, a database CBS, right? So under the CBS I have to just right click, and after under this drivers, right click and click on the properties. So from here I have to you know that select the driver class, right? So just select the driver class, copy the code, control C, okay, paste here, right here. So this paste. One more thing, I will be checking step by step. So what I will do, I will write here out dot println, okay. So driver, I can write here driver registered successfully. So this is the you know that output if the step number 1 is correct. So what I will do, I will right click, and I will check the first step whether that driver is registered successfully or not. So just right click and just click on OK button. Now you can see here there is a error, java.lang.class not found exception com.mysql. That means there is a error with this driver. What to do? Whenever we are going for the connection, we need to add the this library for that JDBC connection. So here we are using that MySQL connection. So again we'll go to project, under the project, under this JDBC servlet connection, we'll go to library, we'll click on right click, add the library, okay. And for MySQL, the library is JDBC SQL JDBC driver. So you can select search the MySQL JDBC driver. You can see here that there is a MySQL JDBC driver. So here select this MySQL JDBC driver and add the library. So I will click here, I will select the MySQL JDBC driver. Now after adding the driver, now you check the output. So you can see here, now this now you can see here that output is displayed, okay. So this you know the driver registered successfully. Now this is step number 1. So that we have finished that step number 1 successfully. Now we'll go to step number 2, that is the connection. So we'll write the step number 2, that is database connection. connection process. Okay, so for the database connection, you know that we have to use the connection, then connection, select the connection, then connection, we create the object of the connection equal to, then the driver manager. So the driver manager dot get connection. You can see this is a method for this connection through the MySQL. So this is driver connection. Okay, now again you have to select the driver database URL for the MySQL. So you have to again go to services. Okay, we'll go to services, then right click on that particular driver, click on the properties, and from here you have to select the database drive, database URL. So just right click this, select the database URL, copy, okay, and just paste it. Now this is this code is not required. So you have to select this database. So you know that URL for the database is that JDBC colon MySQL colon / localhost colon. Here is the port number is 3306 and the database is CBS. You know that we have to add that username and password also. That we'll write root, that is the username for MySQL, and this password again this root for this MySQL. So you have to select this database connection, right? So this is the root username and password. Then same thing, I will check the second step also. Out.println, I will write here database connected. So I can write here database connected successful. So you can see the step number 2, that is database connected successfully. Just right click, say run file. Okay, so now you can see that we have finished both the steps successfully. These are the 2 steps which we have done successfully. Okay, okay, so I will be selecting that step number 2, 3, that is statement, creating the statement, create statement. So write here as statement, okay, then create the statement object equal to, then you can select the con, that is a connection object dot create statement. So step number 3, that we are creating the statement through the connection object. So statement, then statement object equal to con dot create statement. Then we'll go to step number 4, that we will see, that is step number 4. We have to create the result set object, create the result set object. So we'll write here the result set. Okay, so result set, then we're creating the result set object equal to, we will access through this statement, then statement dot that execute query. So here we will be accessing data. The table name I have created is employee. So I will write select star from employee. Okay, this is a query. So this is your step number 4. We are creating the result set object, and after creating the result set object, we will execute the query, and we will write the the SQL statement query for fetching the data from the table. So your table name is employee. Now we have to display the result. So or you can say fetch the data from database. Okay, so here I will be using this method while rs.next. rs is the that why this, because if the values are present in the table, okay, so it will check that the value in the forward direction. So we are using this rs, that is the result set object, that will be used to search the data from the table, and the next, that is which will search the value in the forward direction. Then for printing the data, we are using that system.out.println. So that out.println, okay, this the object is rs dot, the first value is the get int. Okay, so for numbers, the value is the method known is as get int method will concat the columns. We will use that, we will give the space. Then again the second column is that having character values. So the method which the method which is used is getString. Okay, here the column index is 2. Then again we'll concat, we'll give the space. Again we'll use the result set object, then getString, column index. The column index is 3 further. Okay, so this is as you can see that the first we are using the result set object to fetch the value from the column. Okay, then the first column values is integer, that's why the method is get int, and here in the bracket it is a column index, so the column number. Then again we are using the second column value, so rs.getString, that is the second column values are in the string. Then third column, so third column values are in the string, right? So this 1, 2 and 3. So if you see that there is no any error in this table. Okay, so what I will do, I will run this program. Yeah, so you can see that the entire values are added here. That 101, this is the first table value. Okay, this is the second table, second row, this is the third row, and this is the fourth row. Okay, so that we can use that new column, new rows, so that will be displayed properly. So here, but you can see here that this is the value for the first row, this is the value for the second row, this is the value for the third row, okay, and this is the value for the fourth row. So this is the procedure how we are displaying the data using the web application. Okay, so if you like the video, kindly share this video so that others will get benefit. Thank you.